Good morning and welcome to Good Morning KU. I'm Mackenzie Laporte.
And my name's Johan Marin.
So what'd you do over the weekend? Did you watch the game or anything?
Oh, yes, I did. I basically grew up with a group of friends, and we just watched the game. It was a different experience than being in person, but we still try to have as much fun as we could.
I got to watch the game with like 8 of my roommates, so there's a large group of us, but it still is different from like inviting our friends over and everything. Did you go to a lot of games last year for football?
Yes, I did. I tried to as much as I could. Even though I wasn't at KU last semester, I tried to. Like, I would drive over here, meet up with some friends. It was so much fun.
That's right.
And I just hope that we can go back to that.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm especially hoping so for basketball season.
Definitely. Basketball seasons, that's where the hype is at.
Yeah, I think the next game is for football is in not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, so hopefully things change.
Yeah.
But today the weather has been differently than it was last week.
Yeah, for sure. There was like a few days that it was like in the 50s. It was like I wore like a hoodie and sweatpants and everything. And
yeah, and like I was like, you know what? I'm ready for the fall clothes. I'm ready to bring my jacket.
Yeah.
But no, today's actually warmer.
I got excited. I started doing like fall online shopping and everything. How are you liking your classes so far, being like online Zoom and then in person and everything?
You know, I think it can vary. Online and in person, it's just a weird time right now. I feel like for everybody can agree that when you're online, there's that Zoom burnout. So and you just like start wandering off and just doing other things online. But in person is actually really good. How about you?
Yeah, I have a few classes in person. So Mondays and Wednesdays I get to go in, walk on campus, and I get to see all my professors and everything. It feels like old times, which is great. But then the Zoom classes, I have Thursdays and Tuesdays, and it's just all day from like 10 to 3 I'm in Zoom classes, and I catch myself like wandering off or making lunch. Like I just can't. I try and focus, but it's difficult for sure.
What would you say are your favorite classes?
Most of my journalism classes, because I mean that's my major, so I'm obviously more interested in that than like geography, because I have to film my science. And I mean, it's not my favorite, but I mean, it has to get done. And my professor's awesome, so that helps a lot. And I know a few kids in the classes, so getting homework done and stuff is pretty nice if I have any questions or anything. Do you have any favorite classes?
I would say as well, all my journalism classes, I'm actually taking a visual storytelling class, and it's so interesting. Like our first project, like we actually have to take 4 pictures and try to tell a story of it. So it's kind of interesting with COVID going on. We can't really go anywhere, but I guess like that just built upon our creativity.
Right, for sure. I'm a photography minor, so photography classes are like some of my favorites too. But this semester I'm taking history of photography, so we haven't really done any projects or anything, which I miss doing the in-person projects, coming in, getting to do film photography in the studio and everything. But I mean, hopefully next semester things will change.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's hoping that, like, there's a lot of students who decided to stay in person.
Yeah.
But I guess they're just waiting for spring semester to roll out, and then I mean,
KU's definitely taking the right precautions, so we'll see how everything goes and stuff. Did you have a good summer and everything?
Yes, I did actually. Like I said, it was very different, but I try to make it as useful as possible. I hung out with friends, family. I guess that was really a good time to just bond.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Well, I think that's all that we have today.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to add?
No, I'm just excited for things to get back to normal, honestly.
And definitely excited for this new semester.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, I'm Mackenzie. Welcome back. I'm here with Steve Rottinghaus, and we're here to talk about the upcoming career fair. So tell me about the Zoom introductions that you're going to hold for the career fair.
Yeah, the career fair is actually 6 weeks from today. It's going to be a virtual setup. But today at 1, I'm hosting a Zoom session. And the focus is pretty much getting students thinking about where to look for jobs, internships, how to network. I think it's pretty easy to fall in that trap where we can't make a whole lot of connections, but there definitely are things you can do in a virtual world to make some connections.
Yeah, I've even noticed myself, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do anything, but definitely showing up to these Zooms will like get a good introduction before the career fair and everything. Do the students have to wear anything specific to the introduction Zooms?
No, I mean, the Zoom session's very laid back. Bring some questions. I'll have a short presentation about, some resources that are available, how to make some connections. But for the Zoom sessions, it's going to be very laid back. But for the career fair in 6 weeks, I do hope students will dress professionally because, potential employers will be looking at you and you'll be kind of cropped right here. So you definitely want to dress up for that in 6 weeks.
Yeah, should students bring anything to the upcoming Zoom sessions?
No, the Zoom sessions, just be present. Like I said, bring some questions,
Yeah.
take a few notes. But yeah, there's no reason to bring anything extra other than just, again, be present and take a few notes, listen to what I have to say, and have some questions.
Yeah, do you have any potential companies that will be at the career fair yet?
We're hoping, we usually have 30 for the in-person one. Again, we're hoping for ad agencies out of Kansas City. We've been known to have some alums come back from New York, Chicago, and Dallas. And I'm really hoping this year, with the virtual format, we can kind of expand and have kind of more of a national reach because if they have the time, they don't have to travel. So I'm hoping that'll work out for them.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any big differences from being it online in Zoom and from in-person career fair?
I think with the career fair, you're obviously going to miss that face-to-face interaction and where you can kind of bounce from booth to booth. With the virtual career fair, you're going to have to be a little more strategic. You probably have a shorter window to make some connections. You'll have to actually register for actual appointments. There will be a few drop-ins, but for the most part, you'll see a list of employers. Hey, they're available from, at 10, 10:30, 11, and then you have to kind of block off times. So I just think that ability to kind of roam around be the big difference.
Yeah, that sounds great. Is there like a few introduction Zooms before the career fair?
Yeah, great question. Like I said, today we focus more on networking and building connections. And I'll have a couple more before the career fair. One is like how to present yourself, how to interview, and then there'll also be another one just how to make the most of the experience. So I will have a couple more. Just be on the lookout in our weekly Monday memo, and we'll have more details. But again, I hope to have 2 before our career fair in 6 weeks.
How could students find the Zoom links and everything for the upcoming?
For the one today, I mean, hopefully all the students have access to the Monday memo that comes out usually Monday evening. Julie does a great job, our communications coordinator, sending that out. And there's a Zoom link there. If you didn't find it, shoot me an email at Steve_Rottinghaus. That's ROTTINGHAUS, and I can make sure you have access to that.
Okay, sounds great. Well, I'm looking forward to it and everything.
Thanks.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Johnny. This is your Wednesday Good Morning KU news update. As summer turns to fall, Dr. Anthony Fauci is warning Americans that getting through the winter is not going to be easy. The director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases says that between COVID-19 and the normal flu season, we can expect continued surges and spikes until a vaccine becomes available, hopefully by the end of the year or early 2021. A recent spike of COVID-19 cases is the cause for a 3-week lockdown in Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called for a second nationwide lockdown to begin on Friday, which is the start of Rosh Hashanah. Israelis will have to stay within 500 meters of their homes. Wild forest fires continue to ravage the West Coast, forcing residents to stay inside and shut all windows. According to the National Interagency Fire Center, more than 4 million acres have burned in Washington, Oregon, and California, with smoke visible from satellite images. The tech company Oracle has become the new frontrunner to purchase TikTok. The Trump administration has been pressuring the Chinese-based ByteDance to sell their American version of the popular app. Microsoft has expressed interest in a takeover, but its offer was rejected. The KU football team kicked off its season on Saturday night with a disappointing loss, 38-23, to Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers scored 4 touchdowns in the first half and led 28-3 at the break. KU played much better in the second half, but the rally fell short in a game that ended after midnight. And that will do it for today's news update. After the break, Jade will tell us how much longer the sunny weather will last right after this.
Hi, welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm Jade Steffensmeyer with your weather forecast for today. It's a beautiful day outside, warm with sunshine, and it's going to get a little bit cooler the next few days, but that's not going to stick around for long because this weekend's going to get warm again and the winds are going to pick up just a little. But right now, taking a look outside, 69 degrees and sunny. It's going to get up to about 86 degrees for our high today with pretty much no winds right now, 1 mile per hour from the west. And tonight it's going to be pretty clear with a few clouds hanging around. It's going to get down to 58 for our low. And then tomorrow is going to be about 10 degrees cooler than today. Still a beautiful day with a lot of sunshine. Well, one thing that's making the headlines today is Hurricane Sally. So Hurricane Sally made landfall this morning around the Pensacola Panhandle area of Florida. And one thing that's very dangerous about this hurricane is that it's super slow moving. So that causes a lot of storm surge and a lot of flooding in those areas. And so I think it's expected between 10 and 35 inches just today of rain as Sally makes its way up the U.S. But on a lighter note, we do have another Chiefs game this Sunday. It's not at home, it's against the LA Chargers in LA at 3:25 p.m. But if you're watching from home in Lawrence, it's going to be a beautiful day for that. Kickoff is going to be 76 degrees and sunny. And then by the fourth quarter, it's going to be about 77 degrees. So if you're watching at home with your friends, just know it's going to be a great game day either way. Another thing making the news today is the California smoke across the United States. So if you've been keeping up with the California wildfires, they've been burning for a few weeks now, and this not only impacts the land that it's burning, but also the air that people are breathing in California. And not only California, but the rest of the United States. As you can see in this image right here, all of that smoke is moving all the way to New York City. And so that is very detrimental to your health if you're breathing in that smoke for a long time. So hopefully those wildfires will cease soon, so the air quality will improve. But this weekend we're looking at a beautiful weekend. 78 and sunny on Saturday with cooling down to 55 degrees on Saturday night, and then back up again to 79 degrees and sunny on Sunday. But taking a look at your extended forecast for the rest of the week, it is pretty consistent and you don't really see that a lot for Kansas. But this week it's going to be in the high 70s for the foreseeable future with a lot of sunshine with lows in the mid 50s at night for the rest of the week. But that is all we have for you today on Good Morning KU. Thanks so much for watching and we will see you next week.